Good morning, everyone. Today we're here to celebrate something truly special, the launch of the Intergenerational Multicultural Cookbook, From My Family to Yours, a beautiful collection that reflects the heart and soul of our city. Created by the Department of Aging, this cookbook captures the rich diversity of Los Angeles through recipes that connect us across generations and cultures. I've spent the last hour or so looking through it. I cannot wait to cook through it. With more than 100 pages of recipes from Angelenos of all ages, including many from CD5 and CD13, From My Family to Yours brings to life the deep bonds we share through food. Each dish has a story, like Lillian Mizrahi's Melan's Mizrahi, which traveled from Cairo to Paris before arriving here in Los Angeles. These recipes preserve memories, heritage, and flavors, reminding us how much we all contribute to the fabric of the city. This project was made possible through a remarkable partnership. The Department of Aging, the Alliance for a Healthier Generation, Woodcraft Rangers, and Jewish Family Services LA, a vital community organization that has served Los Angeles for nearly 170 years. Together, they've created a cookbook that invites us to explore the culinary traditions of LA in a way that feels personal and welcoming. I also want to recognize Tammy Williams and Josephine Thomason, whose vision for this cookbook started on a drive through New Mexico. Their idea of bringing Angelenos together over shared meals and stories has become a meaningful reality. I'd like to invite Councilmember Soto Martinez to share a few words.
Thank you so much, Councilwoman Yaroslavsky, for partnering me on this very important issue. This cookbook, with over 100 pages of recipes and personal stories, is a reflection of the diversity that makes up the rich cultural tapestry of the city of Los Angeles. And I think folks that know me know that I love to eat. I love to highlight a lot of the small businesses in my area. It's just something that I grew up for my family. Our love language is feeding each other and having always breaking bread. So it's fitting that CD13 actually submitted the most recipes of any council district in this year's cookbook. And now that I have a copy of it, I look forward to hopefully over the break spending some time and making some of these recipes for my family. But in all seriousness, I think, in my opinion, the number one most powerful tool to bring people together and build community is to have a meal, as many of us have done here over the times. And especially in this current moment, it's more important than ever to remember the contributions of immigrant communities, communities of color, and all our diverse communities who make up the diversity of the city of Los Angeles. So I encourage everyone to check out the cookbook and try out some of these delicious recipes. And I want to thank the Department of Aging for spearheading this, especially Ms. Perlman from the Jewish Family Services. And without further ado, I would like to introduce the mastermind behind this intergenerational multicultural cookbook, Tammy Williams.
Thank you. Good morning. My name is Tammy Williams, and I'm the City of Los Angeles Department of Aging's nutritionist. Before anything, I would like to thank all 15 council members for your continued support and collaboration to deliver services to older adults. I've had the privilege to work with the Office of Councilmember John Lee and Councilmember Monica Rodriguez very closely, helping my team deliver meals to seniors during the pandemic in the nonprofit sector. I will never forget you and your team for having my staff and my older adults back. Last Sunday, I had the honor to work with Councilwoman Katie Yaroslavsky and her team hosting the second annual Pumpkin Bash event, where my daughter's celebrity chef, Bree of Season 9 MasterChef Junior, presented a cooking demo. I'm here today to share a pilot project that took place by collaboration between the City of Los Angeles Department of Aging, Alliance for a Healthier Generation, and Woodcraft Rangers after-school organization. We launched an intergenerational multicultural cookbook challenge for older adults, middle school, and high school students to submit their favorite traditional recipes. The top recipes, along with celebrity chefs and leaders in this community, were selected to be in the cookbook. This cookbook was created to gather, preserve, and celebrate the diverse and traditional cultural recipes that are inclusive and reflective of the Los Angeles communities that we serve. We want to build awareness of cultural factors that influence food insecurity by creating a platform of intergenerational storytelling, which in turn helps reduce social isolation and help bridge the gap between cultures and generations. Kudos to District 5 and Jewish Family Services for having the most older adult participation. I bring you this cookbook to share the intergenerational work amongst your constituents Again, I want to sincerely thank you for all the leadership and working with the Department of Aging to meet the needs of older adults and caregivers in the communities you serve. We look forward to working with all of your council offices on more special projects in the future. I hope you all enjoy this cookbook from my family to yours. Thank you.
Thank you, Tammy. And now I'd like to welcome Siri Perlman from Jewish Family Services to say a few words. Siri?
Good morning. I want to thank everyone so much for inviting us to be here today. I especially want to thank Tammy for the inspiration for this cookbook and making this happen so that agencies like ours could work with our seniors for them to celebrate their heritage with their recipes and share it with the Los Angeles community. I also want to thank Councilmember Yaroslavsky for her support when we had our celebration, as well as our upcoming Thanksgiving activities where we'll have more intergenerational participation celebrating Thanksgiving with our seniors. As is mentioned, Jewish Family Service has been providing services to the Los Angeles community for over 165 years. Our name, a lot of times we get questions, is Jewish Family Service programs only for Jewish residents? I think it's a nice opportunity to let everyone know that we welcome people of all faiths, backgrounds, cultures, and that's what makes us stronger. We have actually a scratch kitchen as part of our program, and we try to incorporate all different cultures throughout our menus, exactly what was mentioned with the presenters before us. We want it to be a welcoming environment from people from diverse backgrounds. And lastly, I want to say that the celebrations here today have been so inspiring. And as we know, what do we usually do with our celebrations? When we gather together, we enjoy food. And so it's nice with celebrations like this, with the cookbook, sharing recipes, our Thanksgiving events. We just recently celebrated Hispanic Heritage Month, for us to gather together, enjoy one another, share our cultures, and build more community. So I want to thank everyone for this opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you, Siri. Council President, I don't know if any colleagues want to say a few words.
Yes, Councilmember Padilla.
Well, I want to thank both of my council colleagues for putting together this presentation. I love the book. I got to skim through it. And I think for you, Councilmember Yaroslavsky, I know you as my cookbook friend of council. I did the third cookbook in my periphery, thanks to you. But I think it's a wonderful deliverable that was produced. It's important that we continue to have conversations related to improving bringing healthy decisions into the home and making sure that we talk about how they're inexpensive and how we also need to be open to different tastes that are not necessarily the ones that we grew up with, and that's exactly what this does. So thank you for all the work that you do, and I hope that we can produce more things like this. I'm a big fan of Woodcraft Rangers. They do amazing things in the community, and I'm glad that they're working with our Department of Aging. And I look forward to learning more about the Alliance for a Healthier Generation in the long term. So thank you again, and let's make some more of these.
All right, Councilmember Yaroslavsky.
All right, just before we close, I have a certificate of appreciation that Councilmember Soto Martinez and I would like to give to Tammy Williams.
Thank you so much.